Thanks for clicking. Real estate brokerages are now going to have to report their finances to their regulator. This according to a new release coming from RECO. Yep, they're going to start being treated like big boy licensees.
That's how you can tell when you're grown up inside.
But actually a quick correction, as despite popular misconception, real estate agents aren't licensed. A point that's apparently one of contention. Real Estate Magazine says that's a problem, as other professions like surgeons and doctors get to call themselves licensed while realtors cannot. And that's not an isolated view. Another article just last week says a realtor is no less important than a doctor or a lawyer.
I can handle things, I'm smart!
So what I want to do today is go over the new rules coming down from RECO, take a look at the industry's problems with how it's being perceived, and then discuss some implications. The new month is about to start, and with that, we are eagerly awaiting the release of June's real estate data coming out from the local boards, and we'll obviously have an update out on that data any day now. Make sure you click like and subscribe if you want to get those updates, but for now, let's get into these rules. On to these new regulations coming down from RECO, which come in the aftermath of the $10 million iPro Realty scandal, the regulator's decision to allow its founders to go scot-free, and the Ford government's takeover of that regulator. Given that massive screw-up, the regulator is now requiring that real estate brokerages make annual disclosures to the regulator on the state of their accounts, with the hopes that will prevent another iPro from occurring. Just to be clear, it's not that the real estate board, at that point in time run by realtors, didn't know about the iPro fraud. In fact, they knew back in May of 2025 and chose to allow iPro to continue to conduct business until August. But sure, now that real estate brokerages know that they'll have to report annually to the regulator, maybe they'll be less inclined to steal $10 million.
Was that wrong?
But the new disclosure requirements are definitely an important step coming from the regulator, joining the rest of us, like mortgage brokers, which have had to file annual information returns since at least 2008. And while this is a big leap for RECO, still run by the government, it's not changing too much too fast, as there is also currently discussions about monthly reporting coming down the pike in 2027, though at this point, they're only going to be required from those brokerages that RECO deems to be at the highest risk. The biggest risk of what? Stealing $10 million? So you're worried that there might be fraud, but you'll continue to let them operate, but check in monthly.
You got me. You got me. Oh, man. I'll get him, though. I'll get him.
Oh, I bet you will.
And on that, they're also not going to be making that information public. So we're just going to trust that RECO is doing its job correctly, that it is auditing these real estate brokerages, especially those at higher risk. We're going to trust that from a regulator of an industry that we've seen month after month after month has major trust account issues. But something is definitely better than nothing as the regulator moves to treat its registrants like the rest of us. And judging from Real Estate Magazine, Canada's premier real estate magazine, realtors very much want to be treated like the rest of us, lamenting the fact that they're currently called registrants and not licensees, unlike lawyers, doctors, nurses, engineers, architects, pharmacists, electricians, teachers, mortgage brokers, and insurance agents. No, instead they're called registrants, like psychotherapists, dietitians, etc. And to that I would add car salesmen. And that's a problem, says the magazine, as registrant just doesn't carry as much weight as licensee. Do you think that's why real estate salespeople aren't given as much respect as doctors or lawyers? It's semantics, is it?
That's pent-up demand.
Year of pent-up demand.
Unleashing of pent-up demand this year.
There's lots of pent-up demand.
Ton of pent-up demand out there. Pent-up demand from...
Pent-up demand comes back.
Pent-up demand. I think that there's a lot of demand out there.
But, says Real Estate Magazine, a license carries with it more weight, as it's associated with doctors, lawyers, engineers, and pilots. As such, registrant should be replaced with licensee, as there is no compelling reason not to. Yeah, no reason not to. Doctor, lawyer, about 10 years worth of education versus 6 months for a real estate agent that doesn't even require a high school diploma. With all of that said, even with the title, I'm not so sure these registrants would welcome the responsibilities that come with being a licensee. Did you know that a lawyer was found to have stolen only $2 million, got disbarred, had to pay the majority of it back, and received 1.5 years in prison?
But why?
Now, I know what you're thinking. This is just one article that doesn't necessitate a whole video. But it's really not just one article. This is a common point of contention on the part of realtors. Just last week, saying they're no less important than doctors or lawyers, did it again on the term salespeople, also on message boards, commenting on how unjustly they're treated compared to doctors or lawyers.
I just remember thinking, delusional.
And yet, that strive for excellence, or bare minimum learning, does not stop there, as the perpetual question as to whether or not real estate agents should require a college diploma continues to resurface. It actually resurfaces all the time throughout the industry, even for mortgage brokers, as we're not required to be educated either. Just a mortgage agent level 1 course allows you to deal in mortgages, which teaches you how to calculate debt ratios, disclose fees, regulations, etc. Nothing whatsoever on what you need to advise people on their mortgages. You don't need to know about the central bank, the monetary system, the global economic system. You don't need to know about bond yields, etc., etc. Which leads many in the industry to think, yeah, well, the Bank of Canada told me is proper analysis, or quote Mr. Pent-Up Demand himself on an industry-leading educational website. The requirements are even less for bank employees. So just to be clear, out of the 3 people that are hypothetically required to conduct a real estate transaction, the realtor, the finance, the lawyer, only 1/3 of them is required to have passed high school.
What the f*** is this?
Now, for its part, Real Estate Magazine does at least go over the case to be made requiring real estate agents to have a college diploma, noting it would open the door to financing, give the job some real standing, and raise the barrier to entry. Which, yeah, it probably would. If you spend 4 years obtaining a license versus 6 months, you're going to be much more disinclined to do fake bids for $4,000 in commission. 4 years of your time is probably worth a lot more to you than 6 months. You're going to treat that license much more seriously. But then the magazine gets to the tired argument that we hear on a monthly basis, that requiring a college diploma to be licensed would put up a barrier to the wrong people, as real estate has always been a career for people to earn professional income without a degree. And that's just telling, and not really a defense, that real estate's always been a career where you could get a good income and not have to work that hard for it. It also says that requiring people to spend time and money on education has very little to do with whether or not they'll look after a client. And again, yes, it does. We learn this in finance. That's why banks require people to have down payments, so they have skin in the game. If you've exerted your own effort, if you put towards your own money, you're going to be far more likely to take your job seriously. You're going to be far more likely to make your mortgage payments in finance parlance. And that, I think, is the real problem, in that the popular kids from high school think that 6 months is skin in the game. 10 years in school, like doctors and lawyers, those professions most akin to real estate salespeople, that's skin in the game.
Looking in a mirror, Holmes.
So, taking everything together at the same time that we have a regulator imposing even more restrictions on an industry that was able to get away with basically whatever they want as they were being run by realtors, we have the industry members simultaneously pushing for the kind of respect that we give to doctors and lawyers.
I'm like everybody says, like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
We will obviously continue to track new regulations coming down from the real estate regulator and how that impacts you on this channel. Make sure you click like and subscribe if you want to get those updates. But for now, thanks so much for watching.